Hey Bear Munchers, it's your helpful zombie girl here, and today I'm going to show you how to download and install different types of custom content for The Sims 4. So first, let's talk about how you download custom content. So no matter the site that you use, and there are many different types of sites that you can actually download custom content from, sometimes you will come across a download link that will lead you to something like Mega Share or whatever this is called, and you'll kind of get confused and bogged down. And I just kind of wanted to show you guys what can happen. So when you get led to a link like this, I want you to make sure that you don't click on these little buttons here, transfer with Mega Desktop app. You don't need any of that. You're just going to click here on the download link and wait it out. Sometimes you'll be sent to a site like AdFly, and it can kind of get a little bit confusing. When it comes to those kinds of sites, sometimes they will prompt you to allow notifications before you can download the content, but that's actually a ruse. It's not true. If you keep hitting decline, you will actually eventually be led to the link. And so you definitely do not have to allow notifications. You'll only be opening yourself up to a lot of spam and ridiculousness. You can also use apps like AdBlock Plus or AdFly Skipper to help you with those kinds of websites. Now, for the most part, custom content creators will lead you to a website called Sim File Share. This is a well-known and very used hosting site for custom content creators. So this site is very safe, and I do suggest you go ahead and tap the heart. That lets other people know how many of those that downloaded it enjoyed it, and it's also a way to say thank you to the content creator. Sometimes when you're downloading from certain download sites, you will have two pages pop open, one with the actual download link and one that is a spam web link. So if you just go ahead and exit out of that, you can easily just move over to the one that has your link and download from there. Again, you should always use caution and try to stay as aware as you can about the sites that you're downloading from. Some of the content creators out there are using links and things like AdFly that will actually lead you to have tons of pop-ups and things like that. So just use your best judgment and try to be careful about that. Don't download anything if it isn't exactly the name of the custom content, and if it's something else, if you need another app to download that content, do not install it. Just move along. If you'd like to see some sites that I use for custom content, some of my favorite sites, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and I will do a video of all the sites that I really enjoy getting items from and that have always worked very well for me. I would love to do that. So let's talk about the different types of custom content that you will come across. So for the most part, when downloading clothing, hair, accessories, and even some mods, you will come across a file that has whatever the name and then .package. .package is the most used file type for custom content, and you will always place these in the same location. So here we've downloaded the lace-up cropped from Gorilla. I think that's the creator name, and I'm going to show you how to do that. All .package custom content will go in Documents, Electronic Arts, Sims 4, Mods. So you'll be at My PC, you'll click on Documents, then you'll go to Electronic Arts, Sims 4, Mods. In here, I have subfolders, and this is to sort of keep myself organized. The truth is I have way more folders, but I wanted to clean it up for you so you didn't get confused. And so I take my items and I'll drop them into those subfolders. Now this is usually fine when it comes to .package files. However, there are different types of files. So just to show you, I'm going to download Kawaii Stacy's Slice of Life mod, which is a very used mod. She's done an amazing job with all of her mods. And we're going to go here and I'm going to go through the process with you. So basically, one thing I want to make sure you always know is that when you're downloading a mod, you want to have a look around for any kind of notes or anything that the mod creator has left for you to make the process easier. If you do not read how they want you to install the mod, things are bound to go wrong. So if you don't like to read, well, don't install mods. It's just as simple as that. If you look here, you'll have all kinds of information. They show you how to take out certain things. If you don't want your sim to be able to get drunk, take these files out. It says it right there, plain as day. There's also a manual, there's install help, there's so much information for you. So if you go in to install a new mod you've never used before and you're not reading the information and everything goes wrong, well, that's on you, my friend. So we're going to come here and we will download. It's from her Patreon. which I suggest if you can, you should definitely become a member because Kawaii Stacy is incredibly talented and always coming up with these amazing mods. So we're going to go ahead and download that, and it's going to pop into our downloads folder. We'll right click it and extract. You need an extractor of some kind. I suggest 7-zip, and I will actually link 7-zip down below, a safe link for you to click and install yourself. You'll right click on the file, go down to 7-zip, and click on extract to and then the name of the file. Now there's other more complicated ways you can do this to keep yourself more organized, but I'm just trying to make this as straightforward as possible. So in the instructions, it actually tells you to keep these within a folder in the mods folder. Some mods will say that you actually have to place them directly into the mods folder and they cannot go into a subfolder. A subfolder are these folders that you see right here. So I'm going to right click, create new, and I'm going to name it KS Slice of Life mod. Okay, now you can actually take this and drag it over, but I'm just doing this for to show you how that process goes. So I'm just going to take all of this and drag it in there. You can drag and drop, you can right click, copy, paste, you can cut, which will actually take it and put it over here. Copy and paste will take a copy of the files and place them here, and they will be in both locations. If you want to keep a backup of the mods, that's a way that you can do that. So we're going to look inside this file so I can show you something. There's a file here called TS4 script or .ts4 script. These files will usually go inside the mods folder. These are mod files. And so if you ever see those, don't get too confused. Remember, look at the directions for the mod itself, but more than likely they're meant to go in the mods folder. So let's talk about a different type of file. There are different types of files that you will download, especially if you're downloading lots. If we go over to Documents, Electronic Arts, Sims 4 and look in Tray, you'll actually see that there are other types. There is a blueprint file, there is a BPI file, there are .rooms, and there are also .tray items. If you ever see a file that you're downloading, which will typically come from downloading a family with a lot or a room, you will place those in tray and not mods. So if you're downloading a ton of custom content, make sure you separate by type in your downloads folder or wherever you have them so you won't get confused. Okay, so when installing custom content, I do suggest you do it a couple at a time and load up your game, especially when it comes to mods, because sometimes either mods are not the right version for the version of the Sims that you have, or a ton of other things can actually go wrong. So it's important that you check and make sure. And if you do it after every couple of mods or custom content items, you will actually be able to pinpoint what it was that broke your game. So keep that in mind. But before you can use mods and custom content, you do need to enable them. So you'll go up here to the 3 dots into the menu. You'll click Game Options. From there, you'll come down to Other and make sure that Enable Custom Content Mods and Script Mods Allowed are both ticked. You will have to hit Apply Changes and then restart your game. Make sure you exit out of that and then go here and hit Exit Game. So another thing that you can actually set up is if you always want to see what is actually installed in your game, if you go here to View Custom Content, it might take a little bit to open, especially for someone like me who has an ungodly amount of custom content and mods. And also keep in mind, the more custom content and mods that you use, the more laggier your game is likely to get. So if you want a lot of CC, make sure you have a beast of a computer. Because the game is actually loading a lot of stuff for you. So if you look here, you'll see a list of all the custom content, and you'll also scroll down and see that there is a list of the script mods. If you want to see this list every time, you can actually tick Show at Startup, but we actually don't care to see that every time because it's so much that I don't want to be reminded how much I've installed. So there you go, guys. That is how you install the different types of custom content. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you are lost and confused, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. I'm going to try to answer as many as I can. I will be leaving the links to the 7-zip application that I use to open up zipped files. And yeah, so any information that you need, drop that in the comments below and I will get back to you. Guys, if you found this video helpful, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I enjoy making these tip videos so much. I love helping people enhance their Sims games. and have a good time, and we can do that with lots of custom content and mods. So yes, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, and I want to thank you guys so very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm Zombie Girl, and I will see you later. Bye.